Hi guys, this is Anna and I prepared for you today acrylic design for upcoming Easter. I will start from applying the gel polish and then after curing I used an eggshell matte top coat. Now I'm going to use white acrylic powder and create a head of the bunny. I'm using a fast-setting monomer and powder, and in this way I want to keep the ball nice and firm and prevent it from spreading too much. I work very dry and I want to make sure that if I clean my brush in monomer, I dry it well on the paper and only in this way I touch the ball. I don't want to give any more monomer to the product. Now I'm going to use the dotting tool, a large size, and I will prepare the space for eyes. I do this in the moment when acrylic is starting to set, so we don't want it to be too soft and not too hard. Now I'm going to take a small ball and use it to create an ear for the bunny. I do it in a very similar way as a traditional petal. And again, as soon as it will start losing the shiny surface, I will be able to create a little bit of dimension in the center of the ear. Now I take a second ball of similar size and apply it a little bit lower than the previous one, because this ear will be folding to the right. So shortly after application, I will separate the upper portion of the ball and extend it to the right and make it look like the ear is folding down to the right. Now I will use a pastel pink to create a nose between two spaces for eyes that we created previously with a dotting tool. As soon as it starts losing shiny surface, I can start tapping and shaping the nose. Again, I'm working with a fast-setting powder, so this process is very quick. Now I will take two small balls and position them on each side of the nose. They're slightly bigger than the nose, and I want that they hug nicely the nose from each side. Also, it's nice if they meet in the middle, so if they touch, that's great. If you have a little tiny space, that's okay as well. Now I will finish this part with a tiny little ball of pink, the same or similar as I used for the nose, and I simply create in this way a little tongue or lip, or if you like you could even use some more white and create teeth. Now with the same pink I will color the center of ears. I will use slightly drier ball. In this way I will be able to get a better coverage with the very thin layer. And now let's take a tiny balls of black acrylic powder to create eyes. We can also use the same pink as previously to add a little bit of color on cheeks. And now the moment for a bow. Here you can choose whatever color you like. You can notice that every time I take the ball, I tap the brush gently on the blue towel. In this way, I leave the excess of the monomer on the paper. And this helps me to maintain the good consistency of the product. So I create again shape similar to a triangle or petal, and I press gently on one side of the bow that is under the head, while other side I leave nice and rounded. Now on the more flat portion of the bow, I can apply the second part of acrylic. Again, it's very important that the consistency is more towards dry than too liquid, so we can easily maintain the shape of the bow. It is very important to not miss the perfect moment to create that effect. If the product is too hard, we risk to damage our brush. So it's better to start creating this cut a little bit too early than too late. To add a little bit more dimension and shadow, I use a darker color inside of the folded part. And now we repeat the same on the other side. Again, we're gonna leave the bottom part more rounded, more bulky, while the upper part just under the head will be gently pressed to give a little bit more space for the upper side. You can also use some other tool like cuticle pusher or silicone tool if you notice that the product is already a little bit too hard for the brush. And now we can use again the same slightly darker color to create a bit more shadow in the center of the bow. And now we finish with the last ball. It's very important that we tap it on the paper before applying it on the bow. We can leave it simply rounded or use the tip of the brush to make a little texture in the middle. And also here we have a possibility to add a little bit more dimension, a little bit more shadow with a slightly darker color. And here our Easter bunny is ready. Of course, we can use so many different colors and versions of this design. I hope you will have fun with it, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!